So Bryce, everybody knows about the rivalry between Bryson DeChambeau and Brooks Koepka. All right, they do not like each other. So apparently when Bryson DeChambeau is golfing on the PGA Tour, there are some folks in his gallery. Now, the gallery, for those that aren't golfing, that's the group of people that are following each golfer. And, they're a little bit of ways away, but, they're following you on the course. So they're out on the side periphery of the course. And apparently some of the people in Bryson DeChambeau's gallery are taunting him with shouts of Brooksy, Brooksy, Brooksy. All right, now, when you're golfing, the gallery has to be quiet when you're hitting, okay? When you're swinging, when you're putting, when you're driving, whatever you may be doing, when you're hitting the ball, the gallery has to be quiet. But apparently, I guess this is taking place when DeChambeau, after he's hit and he's walking up the course, or as he's getting his club from the caddy, or he's getting ready to hit, whatever. Whenever he's not swinging, apparently they are serenading him with chants of Brooksy, Brooksy. And DeChambeau and his people have talked to the PGA people about this. And now the PGA Tour commissioner, Jay Monahan, came out and said that fans who heckle, yes, that's the word, heckle Bryson DeChambeau with chants of Brooksy, they're being disrespectful. That's what he said. All right, and they're not going to tolerate it going forward. So whoever, what is it, Rob G? Whoever calls him Brooksy, will they be fined or they'll be kicked off the course?
Ejected, my friend.
Ejected. Right. Okay. So here's my take, Rob. And I get it. Golf is, always been this gentleman's game. And, like I said, whenever a golfer's getting ready to hit, you have to be quiet. And, even the announcers, which
is funny, Chris, because they're not even on the course. You know what I mean?
Right,
they're
exactly. What are they whispering for?
Right, like they're whispering, but they're in they're in a trailer,
right,
like away from
miles away.
I know,
right. So we all know this is golf. This is what I'm throwing out there. First of all, if any other sport, basketball, football, baseball, track and field, wrestling, whatever, softball, soccer, any sport, the fans can yell, they can boo. We just chastised the Mets for jumping on their fans for booing.
Right.
And, Rob, they don't have to, it can be the NBA Finals. The championship is on the line. I'm at the free throw line. The fans don't have to be quiet. They're booing with all they have, with all the gusto they can muster. They're calling me every name in the book. Now, of course, keep it, reasonable. No racial stuff, no family stuff, all that.
None of
that. But
as
long as within reason, they're booing me. They got signs up. I suck. I can't, all that. And I have to concentrate and hit the free throw. Now, Rob, this is what I'm saying. Does golf need to remain different? Why should golf remain different? I mean, really, the society's changed. Heck, the game has changed. We talk about now how the golfers are, quote unquote, athletes. They're lifting weights and all that. They're as tough as any of the other athletes. Why can't I yell Brooksy as he's getting ready to putt? Forget walking up the course. I'm yelling, you suck, you can't do it. You're gonna miss. Why can't I do that while he's putting? Or while he's driving?
Because that's always been a part of it, Chris, just like, for the other sports where fans get involved, it's just what's always been done. And I think that golf is different. I think the fans are closer than any other sport. And I know you say the NBA, but a lot of people sit in the bleachers, and a lot of people sit
but they got front rows right there.
Yeah,
though.
but everybody in golfers, they're right there, Chris, and I think that's why they want people to be quiet so people can concentrate. And it's not a sport where you're trying to like mess up Tiger Woods or mess up some of these guys, like mess them up so that this is not Caddyshack where they go, come on, Noonan, miss it. You've seen Caddyshack. No, but that's not what this is.
I get
Chris.
it, but does it need to? All the sports have changed, right? You used to be able to clock the quarterback, clock the wide receivers. They've changed, right? Basketball's changed, baseball's changed. I'm not saying it should change. I'm just throwing it out there in the universe. I'm just wondering things that make you go,
We don't need to change. Golf is different. It's a different game. And I think we should respect what's been laid out in the tradition of it. It's not to try to boo people to get them off their game. You want people to be able to play at a high level. And in golf, that's not what people are used to. I know there's some courses. What is it called, Rob G? Maybe, Chris, on Long Island, Blacktop or something, where the gallery's a little louder than most golf courses.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
there's just one. Rob G, you know what I'm talking about? What is it called?
I do not. I'll look it up.
Yeah, it's on Long Island. It's on Long Island, Rob G. And that's the only one, Chris, where...
Is that pros at a pro level?
Yeah. It's just a little rowdy. It's not, where they're trying to mess people up, but it's a little ruckus there.
Yeah, look.
Somebody's listening. They know what I'm talking about. I just can't remember the golf course.
And I like golf. I went golfing when I was on vacation.
Go ahead, say it. Bethpage Black.
Bethpage Black.
Where's racist? I didn't hear that.
Racist.
Thank you. What does it say,
I like
Rob?
golf, Rob. And
it's African American Page Black.
I'm just wondering.
Bethpage African American. There you go.
Should it stay this way? Now, what do you think about the Brooksy? Do you think that's really that bad? He's walking up the course there, yelling, Brooksy. I don't even know if they're doing it that way. However,
is he doing it when he's ready to?
No,
to swing,
you can't do it, Rob G. Right? You can't do it when they're swinging, but you do it. And I don't even know if that's a rule. Is that just a kind of an unwritten rule? Or whatever it is. But here's the thing about golf too, Rob. Golf has never, for the most part, tried to be, like people talk about baseball, right? And you've heard baseball, even former players or current players, say we got to make the game fun again. We got to let guys show their individuality, let them toss the bat, let them, taunt one another, whatever it might be. You know what I'm saying, Rob?
Right.
To make the game fun and get more fans into it again. I don't think golf's ever chased fans like that. They've kind of been happy with their status as an elitist sport, right? So they're not looking for mass appeal. So I don't know. I don't think to them it matters. I don't think they want to be more appealing to the masses, because I bet you the masses would be more into at least watching golf if they allowed you. Like if there were people in the gallery holding signs up while you're trying to putt, or yelling while you're trying to drive, or whatever it may be. But Brooksy, like let's say, Rob, that he's just walking up the course. He just hit a shot, and they're yelling Brooksy. You got a problem with that?
No, not so much if that's all it is, and how close it gets to where, the golfer is going to, take his next shot. You know what I mean? Like you said, if that's walking up, I think that's a little extreme, but maybe they think that if you allow that to happen, Kristen, someone's going to yell it. You know what I mean? When he's ready to... He did say something about at one point he was about to swing or something in the story I read, and a fan was saying something. Right, saying Brooksy, yeah. You can say anything and it's going to throw him off. You remember with Tiger Woods, people used to flash their cameras when he would ready to, and they stopped that. Do you remember that with a flash, Chris? Yep. I'm just wondering, and you laid it out. We get the history, all right? This is what it's been. But like I said, Rob, a lot of these sports have changed, subtly in small ways.
the essence of the sport is still there. And with the fans doing, being allowed to boo and cheer and chant and do whatever they wanted to do on the golf course, the essence of the game would remain the same. But, I'm just throwing it out there as food for thought. Should it change? Maybe there's a limit, but, and I'm not saying it should, because I know, obviously, I golf at a horrible level, but you're out there, and the fact that it's quiet, it's a different type of game. You relax a little bit.
Right.
But
and there's concentration, Chris, in putting. Imagine if you were there to make a putt, and everybody's like, miss it, Noonan.
Oh, no, you're
Noonan.
Right. It would be, but my point is, what if basketball, and Rob, you know this, we've called basketball players cagers. You know why they used to call them cagers? Because when they first started playing basketball, they played in the cage.
Right.
And fans would be like sticking cigarettes into the state, like burning the players with cigarette butts. I mean, it was wild. Yeah. I mean, so games change. And we don't let the fans get that right.
When they were burning,
it was early. Like that might have even been before it was integrated.
Right.
But I think early 20th century. But
and
remember,
now the
Rob,
players just decide that they'll smoke weed instead. Before
they don't worry about the fans. But remember, Rob, when you and I were growing up in the 80s, at the end of the game, the fan, especially in the finals or something, the fans stormed the court.
Oh, yeah.
Storm the court. I mean, can you imagine that? They can go hug LeBron or hug, Kevin Durant, whatever. Like, that type of stuff happened in the 80s. And, of course, nowadays, they don't allow it. So things change is my point. I'm not, making a push for this change in golf. I'm just throwing it out there as food for thought because I really would like to see what some of our listeners think, Rob. My guess is most of them would probably have a similar thoughts to yours.
Yeah, I think that they would like to keep the game kind of civil, Chris, and we don't want to cross the line because once you let that happen, you know what I mean? You'll get some guy who's gonna be the first one to scream out, you know what I mean, on a crucial shot.
Oh, it would, yeah.
Then you got a problem.
But like I said, it happens I'm trying to concentrate on my free throws. You don't think Ben Simmons would like a little peace and quiet?
No, I get that.
The free throw?
I get that part, but the only problem is, and I get that you're spot on, is that like the players growing up playing basketball have been in opposing gyms, Chris, and are prepared for that to block the sound out. That just hasn't been a part of golf. So it would be something totally different that players wouldn't be ready for.